Hello everyone and welcome back to Beck's Flavor. If you're new on the channel today, I would like to give you a very special welcome. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like and share. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so you don't miss any of my future videos ever again. So today we will be making this lovely golden brown delicious Koose or Akara beans fritters. However you know them to be, we will be making them today. Okay, you can have them for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner, anything that floats your boat. So let's get right into it. Here's a list of the ingredients that we will be using. I will list everything in the description box below, so please have a look at that. So I have here my beans that I have soaked overnight with plenty of water. I do this to ensure that when I'm blending the beans, it is soft enough to blend, because you might not have a powerful blender to be able to cope for a long time. So please make sure that you soak your beans overnight, or if not, maybe 2-3 hours during the day. That will also be fine, but the longer it is, the quicker it blends. Then you're just gonna try and peel off the skin of the beans, because some people choose to leave the skin on the beans, but I find that if I make it with the skin on, it becomes very dense and very heavy, and I don't like my Koose to be heavy. I want it to be light in texture and fluffy and floaty. So what I'm gonna do is rub the skin off, and this is really good if you have soaked your beans. It's easier for the skin to come off, so you're just going to rub it in between your palms so that the skin can come off the beans to get ready to be blended. But if you want to leave the skin on, that is fine. Like I said, you can have it both ways. So getting the skin off the beans is quite a long task, quite a difficult, not difficult, but it takes a bit of time to try to get all the skin off the beans. So have at the back of your mind that it's not a 5-minute job. This took me about 30 minutes and I had about 400 grams of beans. So maybe if you have less beans, it is fine, but the more beans you have, obviously the longer it's going to take you to sort of rub off the skin. You could also actually put it in the blender and just give it a quick blitz so that the skin comes off. I choose not to do that because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna just blend everything together. So I try not to use the blender, but you can go ahead and use the blender, give it a quick blitz and see if the things will come off. So just put some water in, rinse off the skins, and then repeat the process once again until all the skins have come off and the beans is looking clear. So after a bit, I thought, I need to find an easier way to get the skin off the beans. So I used a wooden pestle to sort of try and mash it up kind of thing to get the skins off, which worked really well, to be honest. So if you're struggling to use your hands, you can also use your wooden pestle to sort of try and get the skin off. It will come off a bit broken, so the beans will look a bit broken, but at the end of the day, you're gonna blend it so it doesn't matter if it breaks in the process of you using your pestle. So if you want to use that, I think it works also fine. And then just going to put some water in and repeat the process of rinsing off the skin and leaving the clean beans behind. So this process took me about 30 minutes, and this is how your beads should be looking, all clean. You might find one or two beads that still got the skin on it, which you can just remove and then get ready to blend it all together. So I'm going to add my onions and my Scotch bonnet into the blender, and then I'm just going to add a little bit of water into the mixture because I don't want it to be too wet. When your beans becomes too wet, when you put it in the oil, it's going to disperse, so it will not hold its shape. So you need to make sure that you only use a little bit of water to blend. Now, because we are only using a little bit of water, your blender might struggle a little bit to blend everything together. So from time to time, you might need to just give it a quick shake up or just stir things together to make sure that everything is blended together, so you don't use any more water. After everything is blended together well, we're just going to place all the mixture into a bowl, making sure you scrape everything out because we really work hard for our beans, so we don't want anything to get left behind in the blender. Then I'm going to go ahead and add in my 2 eggs. So after I've added my eggs into the beans, I like to use a whisk to whisk everything together to make sure that the eggs are fully incorporated. Also, if you use a whisk, it ensures that your mixture becomes airy and fluffy, so when you fry it, it's very light. So I like to beat more air into the mixture, hence why I use a whisk. But you can also use a spoon, whatever you've got at hand, which is fine. I just like the whole fluffy texture of my Koose. I'll then go ahead and add my all-purpose seasoning. This is really optional, you don't have to use it. Some people just use salt on its own, but I like to add a little bit of all-purpose seasoning so that it gives me that extra flavor to it, and then I'll add my salt. But it's really up to you. If you just want to use salt, you can use salt, that's fine. And then mix everything together so that everything is fully incorporated into your mixture. So I've had my oil on medium heat. You don't want to fry it on high, just on medium, otherwise it's just gonna get burnt and the middle will not be cooked. So you're just gonna need a spoon, just scoop it up and put it in the oil. Also, if you feel like your fire is too high or your Koose is frying too quickly, just reduce the heat and just watch what it's doing. But if you have your heat on low as well, the Koose is just going to absorb oil, which is not very nice to eat because it becomes really oily. So just make sure you get a good balance of the heat. To know that your Koose is ready to turn, you'll see that the bottom bit is starting to turn a bit brownish, and you'll be able to tell when you look at it, and that's when you know that you need to flip over your Koose, otherwise it will get burnt and the sides will not get cooked evenly. So I'm going to use a little skewer. You can use anything you have just to try and turn it around. I find that a skewer works quicker for me and easier for me to just flip it around. after about 5 minutes or so, I'll just have a look again. All I keep doing is just flipping them around so that both sides gets cooked evenly. So you just have to keep doing that until it's golden brown and it looks ready. Now my koose looks ready, all nice and golden brown, and I'm just going to go ahead and take them out of the oil, ready to fry my next batch. So you might find little bits just floating around in the oil. Just make sure you take that out of the oil before you go on to your next batch. If not, it's just going to burn with your next batch that you're going to fry, which you don't want. And then go ahead and fry again. Please make sure that you give it a stir, because otherwise it becomes a bit light because the water tends to sit on the bottom. So give it a stir just before you start on your next batch again. And this one also is ready to go, so just go ahead and take them out of the oil. And our koose is done. Let me know in the comment section below what you will eat with this koose. Will you have Hausa cocoa? Will you just eat it by itself? Let me know in the comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, share, like, press the bell icon so you don't miss any of my videos again. Let me know if you like this recipe, okay? So this is how I like to eat my koose, with a bit of suya powder or kebab powder and onions. Now, people think that I am weird and crazy. Please let me know in the comment section below if you know about this, or if you know about this way of eating koose. Surely I cannot be the only one that likes my koose this way. Yeah, so let me know in the comment section below if you know about this. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Press the bell icon so you don't miss the videos, and I shall see you next time in my videos. Take care of yourself. Bye.